Hello guys, today we are going to make the kits that we got in our Witches Essentials boxes for the past 2 months. The first two, they came in one kit. They are magical tinctures, and for this we have two different ones. We have a guardian tincture and a money tincture. And for the guardian, we needed to use sandalwood and clove. And for the money, we needed patchouli, clove, nutmeg, and cinnamon. I already have all of them ground up together. Can see in this one, the bowl's a little colored, but the sandalwood, the cinnamon, and the clove, I ground them up as much as I could. You could use a coffee grinder to get it a little finer. I used a food processor, but it wasn't working that well, so I put it in my mortar and pestle, which when I bought this, I did not realize it was going to be so large. So the handle, as you can see, is very large. It is hard to kind of keep a hold of it and grind up in such a large bowl, and it's super heavy. So when you buy one of these, be aware of the size. I bought this online, so I didn't have a good idea of how large it was going to be. I would suggest if you're going to buy one, buy it in a store, because then you can see what you're buying, you can check the size out, the feel of it. It still worked pretty good. It just took a little bit longer. So the first thing for our tinctures that we want to do, you're supposed to grind up the herbs into the finest possible powder. Like I said, I got it done as much as I could. If you want to do it even more fine than that, feel free to do that. Next, on our little instruction sheet, as you can see, we need to empower your herbs, keeping in mind the magical goal of the tincture you are about to make. Now this one is for a guardian tincture. You're supposed to use this to anoint yourself or objects for protection. So when you're making it, that's what you want to keep in mind, is that it is to be used as a protection tincture. So you take your small jar, open it up, and all of these kits come with everything you need, other than like spoons and stuff like that. Comes with all the herbs that you need, all of the bottles, if you need alcohol, it's got that. So you don't have to worry about buying any of that stuff for it. You take the herbs though, and you put them into, I got my little spatula here to kind of scrape it out of my bowl, and you put it into your jar. See if I can do this without spilling it. I don't have a funnel or anything. As much as you can in there. Okay, that over there. And then you want to pour your alcohol. I'm gonna move my paper. You pour your alcohol into your jar. Now the alcohol comes in a little bottle like this. And for this, when you're pouring it in, you just want to cover your herbs. You just want to put enough in there to cover up the herbs, so you can see a little bit the amount of herbs that are in there. And so we're just going to cover it up. You could probably pop the little white thing off if you want it. Pop the little white thing off if you wanted it to come out faster, but I'm okay with it just coming out like this because I would probably spill it otherwise. Okay, so once it's covered, you can see it's got enough alcohol in there to cover up the herbs. Might put a little bit more in there just to make sure, since I have enough alcohol for it. You get quite a bit of supplies for these kits, so you don't have to worry about it. Right, and then you cover it up, close it tightly, and you shake it every day for a week or two. And every time that you are shaking it, you want to concentrate on your goal for this tincture. So you could put a little label on it or something like that if you're making more than one. So you just shake it up every day for the next 7 to 14 days, and once it's done, after that time, you filter it out. You can use a coffee filter, you can use a strainer, the superfine strainers, and you will pour it, strain it out, and then you want to pour it into one of the little bottles that you get, and it comes with a cap. So when you're done, you'll twist this on and push it until you hear it snap on, and it will be sealed. So you could actually give this to somebody as a gift if you wanted to, or you could keep it for yourself. It says on the instruction sheet that if you that the scent should be strong enough after the 2 weeks, but if it's not, you can add more herb to the bottle and pour more alcohol in there and just repeat the process. Because when you filter it out, basically what you're getting left with is the alcohol to go into, but it's going to be infused with the herbs, but that's what's going to go into here. The herbs aren't going to go in here. That's why you have to strain them. So you want the alcohol scented as much as possible. So if after you strain it, if it does not have a strong enough scent for you, just repeat the process. Put more herbs in, put more alcohol, and repeat the process. And I would say after the next 2 weeks, it should be pretty good. And then for our next one, it's a money tincture, and it says to anoint money before spending and anoint money amulets for your purse or wallet, cash, and so on. So this has, as you can see, I got that a little bit finer. That one actually did pretty good. You have patchouli, clove, nutmeg, and cinnamon in here. So do the same thing. You just pour it in. Again, I'm going to try not to spill it. I like my little spatula because it does help get the herbs out of the bowl. Okay. And the same thing for this. You want to concentrate on what your purpose is for this. This one will be your money tincture, so you want to concentrate on having it for that. And go ahead and, again, cover it up with alcohol just until it's completely covered. Obviously, the more alcohol you use, the less scent you'll get with it. But you can always just redo the process if the scent's not good enough for you. Go ahead and cover up alcohol. And it's the same with this one. You want to shake it up. I think this one needs a little bit more alcohol in it. It's a little thick and chunky. There we go. And you just shake it up. Again, same thing for the next 1 to 2 weeks. Every day you want to shake it up. So you can see the two that we have here. You have your Guardian tincture right here. And you have your Money tincture. You can see the nice red color in here because of the sandalwood. And that is it for those two. Like I said, once you're done, you'll be putting them in these bottles. So they're nice and small. You can give them as gifts if you want. That's why you don't want to put the cap on until you're ready for it to be done, because it will seal it. Moving on to this last for June's kit, you have your little instruction. It's another little jar. It's not a tincture this time though. It is an herb jar to enhance your powers mentally. So they give you, let's get that open. They give you all of the herbs that you need. So we're going to add these one at a time. First, you have your nutmeg. So you want to go ahead and add that in. More in there. We have marjoram. We have fennel. We have some very strong smelling garlic. We have cinnamon. Ginger. We have basil. And we have allspice. Get this all mixed up. Just give it a good shake and you can get all the herbs mixed together. Sorry if I'm shaking the camera in it. will look like that when you're done. And then you will add your own personal touch. Your hair, any nail clippings, you can add spit, you can add your own blood. And this is so that you will bind the jar to yourself. And then it says on here that before you do any scrying or psychic work, shake the jar gently, inhale the scent deeply to enhance your mental powers. It should be stored in a private place among your other magical tools. Your jar should not be revealed to others. It will last about a year, and at this point you should dispose of it by burying it before creating a new one. And again, that's what it looks like with all the herbs in it. And then you can just add your own personal touch to it. And that's it. These crafts are very easy to make.